What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building. We got the top 5 male fighters of the year of 2021. You already know it's the third annual eBay Fight Predictions annual award show, year-end awards. You already know. But yeah, man, really good year for singular champs. Really dominant year. Not a lot of title changes, like some big ones. Don't get it twisted, but not a lot. I was thinking about doing a female version of this too, like calling it top 5 hosts of, of the year. That would have been funny, bro. That would have been hilarious. Top 5 UFC hosts of the year. Ho MMA. Oh my god, that would have been fucking hilarious. But I would have got fucking shut down. My channel would have been demonetized and killed. So I was like, nah, I'm good. And obviously, I made a lot of videos straight. So, and I've done these super last minute. It's not like I just did this. I planned this out. Now I just did this out of a whim, and was like, all right, let me set this up. But it is what it is at the end of the day. But but yeah, let's get to it, man. At number 5, in terms of top 5 fighters of the year, I gotta go with Cyril Gane. His year has been phenomenal. He's the interim champion of the heavyweight division, and in my humble opinion, has had a better year than Francis. Francis just only had the Stipe fight. This guy literally fought Jairzinho, Alexander Volkov, and Derek Lewis. A guy in Derek Lewis that has a win over Francis. Cyril looked amazing. The only thing that really holds Cyril back is he kind of did it in the summer, and he hasn't done anything since. If Cyril was gonna beat Derek and would have fought Francis in December and took his belt, fighting 4 times in a year, and won the championship, I would have had to give it to him. I don't give a fuck. Like, I know the guy who I got at number 1 had a phenomenal year, but I just can't do it. You know, the 3 wins were great. And to cap it off with Derek Lewis, because he had the Volkov fight was pretty fun. It was a fun fight to watch. But the Jairzinho fight was, everyone thought it was boring. And also the Volkov fight isn't necessarily memorable, so it's not something people are gonna remember. But the Derek Lewis finish is something that everyone remembers. It's something that people are like, wow, he really beat that man in his hometown, and he made it look easy. Like, it was incredible how he won that fight. So yeah, he looked amazing in there. But I don't know, in terms of, like, he gained a lot of star power, but I just feel like the guys that are above him, just, I don't know. It feels like they had a better year. I don't know. Maybe it's just recency bias, but yeah, it is what it is. At number 4, I gotta go with Dustin Poirier. I know he's coming off a loss to Charles Oliveira, but it was a great fucking fight. Like, I feel like it's not a fight of the year contender at all, but it's in the top 20 or top 10 at least fights of the year. It was a really fun fucking fight. I enjoyed it. That round was crazy, man. If I did rounds of the year, I feel like that round would be in discussion. Like, Charles literally went in front of Dustin Poirier, and they're just swinging and banging. Like, they were just going nuts on each other. Eventually, Charles was like, you know what? I just got dropped. Maybe I need to take him down. And he did that in the second round. But, like, Dustin had a phenomenal first round against Charles. It looked like he had the more power in there, which was interesting. But yeah, and then beating Conor twice. I mean, yeah, you could be like, oh, Conor's washed, but the fact that Conor has a win over Dustin in the second fight, he beat him in obviously the trilogy. I know the leg snap, but he still beat him. It was an incredible moment for Dustin. It put him in legitimate pound for pound status, and a lot of people. Let's not forget. I know, even I wasn't agreeing with it, but a lot of people said this man was the greatest lightweight of all time after the Conor win. So let's not forget that. Some people even say he had the best resume of all time, and that is hard to debate. He really does have a great resume. So, I had to put him up here. I know some people are like, oh, how could you have him over Cyril, and Cyril didn't lose this year, and I know that, but it's just he did have beating Conor twice. I know Conor, again, he's washed, but that was a big deal, man. That was a big deal for him because he does have a loss to the guy. So it really did matter to me. But yeah, at number 3, I gotta go with Peter Yan. Man, Yan, in my humble opinion, is 2-0, but sadly, they don't go by my records. The actual record is 1-1. I saw the Aljamain Sterling fight the first time. He was gonna beat that man. To this day, I don't know why he did what he did that day. I that's one thing I can never low key forgive Jan for doing, because like bro, like you had it in the bag. Like what are you doing, bro? Like you had him. Like you didn't need to do that, but he's such a psychopath and just a murderer. He wanted to really punish Aljamain Sterling for even thinking he was better than him, and that's the thing. Like Jan, I feel like he gets so motivated by guys that, or not by guys, but that by people or the people's champion. You know, Aljo at the time was the people's champion. It's crazy. Like Aljo does this heel turn and becomes the villain, but like let's not forget, a lot of people loved him. I had no problem with him. I really was kind of like, I knew Jan was gonna murder him, and I didn't like all the Aljo love. But when Aljo fought Corey Sandhagen, I felt so happy for him to when he strangled that fucking tall math teacher looking motherfucker. You know, I was happy for him when he strangled that dude. But against Jan, Jan showed him that there was levels to this game. But Jan just, I mean, wasn't born with a brain. He was born with a fucking demon heart. That man was born as a demon, bro. He wanted to kill Aljo. He wanted to crucify him with his knee. He wanted to murder him. He wanted to George Floyd that boy, man. but but yeah, man. Aljo, he lost that fight, and what Jan did to Corey Sandhagen made, you know, when in Sandhagen's world, the striking. You could say that's Jan's world, but I'm just saying, like, you know, it is what it is. I'm not even gonna talk about that. Jan went in his world, dropped him, beat him. It was a great fight. Don't get it twisted, but he beat him and showed him that there's levels to this game. Got the interim title. Is considered the real champ. I mean, just had a really, really good year. He did technically lose, but he's not a loser. It's not a loss. He just made a mistake. Hopefully, he can learn from that. But yeah, I mean, he had a really, really good year. And at number 2, I gotta go with Charles Oliveira beating Michael Chandler and Dustin Poirier, who's also on this list. How could you not have him on here? The submission over Poirier was fucking dope, in my opinion. That was crazy cool. To me, standing rear naked chokes are probably one of the coolest looking submissions. I don't know why it looks cool to me. Just like you're standing up and you're getting choked, like it's crazy, right? Like dude's on you like a fucking monkey. But yeah, I mean that was dope, man. And then him beating Chandler, in my opinion, was in discussion for having, like, he was in terms of my videos, he's been number 2. Like he's only been here twice, but yeah, being number 2 in both videos, it's crazy. Like he's so close to getting it. Like the Chandler one, you can really say that was comeback of the year, but like what happened to Merab was just too crazy. And obviously the number 1 guy here, you guys probably pretty much know him. He had 3 fights, right? Charles only had 2. So it's kind of hard being a fight of the year contender when you only have 1 or 2 fights. So you really seal the deal when you get 3. But he looked really, really good against Dustin and Chandler. In the Dustin fight, I felt like he really shut a lot of people up and shut all that fucking Dustin Poirier nonsense. So, you know, Charles, he's number 2, but hey, he's been smoking that Dustin Poirier and that Michael Chandler pack. So he's all good. He's all smoked up and puffed up, probably high like a mofo right now, off of them Chandler and Poirier tears. But yeah, it is what it is. And at number 1, I have to go with Scammer Boy Nation himself, Kumar Usman, Kumardeen Usman. Gotta say the full name. He had a phenomenal year. I might fucking mess with him a little bit, but it's all respect, man. And honestly, out of the last 3, I picked both of them right. I picked the Jorge one. I actually picked by finish, which was crazy, and I picked the Gilbert Burns one. Both ones were super satisfying. I was super happy for him. The Colby Covington one, it was war. You already know me. I'm a Colby fan, so I couldn't go with him there. I thought Colby did really good in that second fight, but hey, it's just one man's opinion. He's looked amazing this year. As much as I might make fun of him, Kumar Usman is a great human being. He's a great father, great dude. You gotta respect him. You can't really hate on him. He's a really good dude, man. I say that without a shadow of a doubt. He's a really good dude. But, I mean, that title ain't going to be around his waist for too long. I'm just going to say it like that. But, yeah, he deserved it. I feel like this was one of his showcase years. A lot of people called him boring. And this year he had not one boring fight. And he fucking murdered it. Obviously, my favorite performance by him in this year, y'all already know, was against Snake Boy Burns. I enjoyed it. I was probably a really big Usman fan for that fight. I really wanted to see him go out there and annihilate Gilbert and show him that being a snake in the grass ain't the fucking way. And he really put that dude in his place, man. He really did. It was crazy. The face off, the in octagon face off before the fight, if you know what I'm talking about, was fucking dope. The whole entire fight was dope. But yeah, he killed it this year. You got to give him fighter of the year. You just can't. Like, he's just pound for pound #1. He earned it. Like, he really earned it. He really separated himself from the pack, and yeah, you got to give it to him. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is the last one, y'all, in terms of awards. So I felt like my awards are kind of fair. I feel like the only ones that maybe I might redo would be the submission of the year. That one, I rewatched. I was like, man, there's a lot of recency bias, but it is what it is. Things happen. People make mistakes, but yeah, you already know the mumbo jumbo. You already know the drill. But first part of the day, y'all gotta do. Y'all gotta do this. Y'all gotta follow me on my social medias, on my Instagram, on my Twitter, and obviously if you're a newbie, you gotta subscribe, like, comment, share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Hope you guys enjoyed the award show. It is the last one. I don't know. I was thinking about. If anyone's watching, give me your input. I was thinking about releasing some of my picks for next year. I don't know if you guys would rather see that on January 1st or pre 2022. Who's gonna be and new and still champions for next year. Like, who's gonna retain, who's gonna lose it. Those kind of picks. Also, the dark horse of each division. Those kind of New Year little prediction videos I was thinking about doing. Anything else? I feel like, oh yeah, top 15 fights to make for 2022, stuff like that. I don't know if you guys would rather see that in the new year, right? Or do you guys want to see it right now, and then yeah, maybe a fight talk to end the year, and then no videos for that. I don't know. I think I'm probably gonna take a. You know what? I don't care, actually. You guys don't have to give your input. I made my decision. I'm gonna release those videos in the new year. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, I might post some stuff on the community tab, but yeah, I'm gonna take a break. But love y'all and goodbye. Went on a little bit of a diatribe there, but yeah, see y'all.